30.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Here we are live at Gebhards in New York City.
Woo!
Good afternoon, everybody. Look at Matt. Hey, can you show off your taxi driver haircut before we start the live stream? Turn sideways. Turn. Matt's got the taxi driver do. God, you got balls to fucking walk around like that, man.
I wear a hat.
Oh, that's why you wear the hat. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our little live stream from Gebhards Beer Culture on the Upper West Side in New York City. You don't have to wait for us to be here to hang out with us, obviously. Obviously. Come on by and have a beer one of these days. This joint rules. Let's say hi to a few people. It's Nick. What's up, Nick? Cheers to Nick. Cheers to Tommy Festa. Huge balls, Matt. Festa. Oh, huge balls to you because you got the taxi driver haircut. Yeah, but he owns 2 bars. You can pull it off if you own 2 bars. If you're like an accountant or something, they're gonna be like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, not so much.
Get the hell out of here. What's up, Patrick?
A plumber, an electrician, and a general fixing guy.
True,
you know,
true.
So,
and Dan.
Double daddy.
All right.
They call me the double D.
Double fisted.
Oh, you got the double D. Move the mic up a little more, and you guys let us know if the audio's all right, because I don't wear headphones anymore because I can't hear. God damn it. Jennifer First, what's up? Yay, Beavis and Butthead. Hi, what Joyce? Wait, Jennifer First should be sitting there. Joyce should be sitting over there ordering the food for the entire fucking neighborhood.
Brownies.
Yeah, we need your brownies. The apple cider donuts.
Apple cider donuts.
Oh, those were a hit when I got home after last week. That was a big hit. And I had to see my family. They're like, we're from a listener. I'm like, no, they're more than listeners. They're not regular listeners. I know these people. I'm telling you, these things are good.
Oh, you do?
They're not going to kill
you. Know them well?
I know them well.
You ever kiss them?
No, they all tried them and loved them.
Yes, I have.
They loved them. Sean, happy Beers Day, boys. I like that. Happy Beers Day. You need a T-shirt. Okay. Happy Beers Day.
Okay, sure.
Why not? What's going on, Matt? How are you, brother?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
I had to air my pits out a little bit on the way here.
Oh yeah, you came in like a fucking rock
I knew you
star.
guys were sitting around crying. Where's Matt?
We can't do this.
We can't do a podcast without Mr. Matt.
We can't do this without him.
I blew some lights to get here.
Well, I appreciate
ran
that.
Some lights.
Yeah.
put it that way.
Certainly appreciate that. Joyce is laughing at us. No, I'm dead serious, Joyce. You should be here ordering. What did she order last week?
Oh, and also Joyce, my kid loves the blanket. My wife loves the burp cloths. And I'm just happy because they're happy.
They didn't make it home. They lost them on the back of the bike.
I told them all about them, though.
Joyce gave Matt baby gifts, and I guarantee those gifts are with that dumb T-shirt I got a few months back.
I'll go put that on.
Wait, where's the T-shirt?
It's somewhere in the basement.
That T-shirt's famous now.
It is.
It's a famous T-shirt.
I'm wearing it soon.
All right, Gavin, just been watching the O&A Super Shows. You guys created some of the greatest radio known to man. Oh, thank you. As I try to do something new, bring up Opie and Anthony again. Thanks. Working overnights on a
company.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
to the Spanish King.
To the Spanish King. People always ask, what are we drinking? Matt gave me a DuPont.
DNS product. And Saison, you got Saison DuPont.
I got Saison DuPont.
Saison.
One of the world's greatest and original and long-lasting Saison beer.
Saison Valdu.
I don't do Sassoon. Maybe I wore them once.
Sassoon.
It's a sip, swill, repeat.
All right. When I was growing up, there might have been a Sassoon jeans thing. All right. Let's get it out of the way.
You were like a hair product. You can put that in your hair.
No.
They used to do jeans.
Dude, how many pairs of ZK Reaches did you own?
I didn't own any of those.
Bullshit.
And Matt's drinking. Where's the can on this? For real.
It was bust already.
In the kitchen.
Somebody thought it would be
smart.
It would be smart to get rid of it from the view of the camera in case.
It went through the garbage.
No, I think this is kick ass. Matt's drinking a non-alcoholic Guinness.
Believe it or else.
First time I've seen this non-alcoholic drought.
Drought beer. It's dry.
She was looking at garbage for the kids.
Well, it doesn't make sense. It's
buddy. Come on.
non-alcoholic.
You could call it a drought then, sure.
Sure. But it tastes pretty good, man.
It's delicious. Watch, you can chug it. Ready?
He's slamming. Why would you slam a non-alcoholic beer?
Man, that's easy.
Well, that was too easy for you, right?
Moly. Happy my birthday.
How was Pearl Jam?
Get back here, you little fat.
How was Pearl Jam?
Pearl Jam was all right.
Just all right?
No, it was good. It was very good. But
Matt, can you do like every voice? Matt does every voice good.
thanks. Not everyone. I can't do yours. Maybe it's I won't. That might be it.
All right.
We got Ron's voice is very quiet.
We got Ron the waiter in the corner. We'll get to Ron the waiter.
Nobody puts Ronnie in the corner.
No, because now it's an open
He's there
call.
right now.
Open
Put
call.
himself.
If we know you, you could show up on Tuesdays when we're doing this.
All right.
But how was the Pearl
It was
Jam?
good. So I went to the night 2 show at MSG, and it was their 50th New York City show. So
50.
they pulled out a couple specialties.
What-
Glenn Hansard, the opener, the man, he came out and did a little duet with Eddie later on. It was real beautiful.
What song they do?
Well, they did
Into the Mystic.
no, I'm trying to think which one. They did the Dead Boys that cover. What's that called?
I don't know the Dead Boys. Don't know
Sonic
the Dead Boys.
Producer.
I know
Sonic
the
Producer.
Boys.
All right.
But yeah. There's just a bunch of good stuff. They played a new song too. I don't know what it was, but it was pretty damn nice. I was pleased.
Nice.
But because the ticket thing was a little crazy this time around, so we were in the 200s. I haven't been up there in years and years. Usually with the Pearl Jam, we get downstairs and we're right up front. It's funny.
They're playing ping pong noises. That means Mike didn't like your story, Matt.
Cool story,
That's 'cause he
man.
couldn't- that's 'cause he couldn't
man.
And then
Oh, Mike's just pissed off because he got
turned away.
he got kicked out.
That's it.
Come over here.
And guess what he couldn't do? Go to a ping pong.
Oh, you can't tell the story on air.
No.
It's a different Mike, by the way.
Real trouble.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah.
Mike Bergeron.
Junior and Bergeron.
Mike doesn't want to say that he was using his status to try to get into Madison Square Garden.
Well, you know what?
The hot Pearl Jam
He
show.
didn't get in, so he didn't commit any.
He didn't
fraudulent
commit anything,
behavior.
right? Yeah, you were just taking a look when they kicked you to the curb.
That's right.
He was just
Yeah.
taking a
not
look.
allowed.
He was just sniffing around. That's all.
a screwdriver out.
And I was at home, and my wife's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's at Pearl Jam right now, and he's probably singing elderly woman by the counter in the small town."
I did sing it.
that.
I
Oh,
sang it.
phone up.
Yeah, you know, I did. I
What's
called
that
my
mean?
sister too, and I called like 4 times. And then later, the next day, we're talking. She goes, "You know, with the phones these days, they cut out background noise."
Yeah.
She's like, "So I couldn't really hear any of the song." And I'm holding the phone's up. I have no idea what. So she's like, "Yeah, I just, it was nice. So thank you, thanks, bro."
I mean, Matt was like, "Hey, man, you got WhatsApp? I'll call you when they're singing elderly woman." And I was thinking, I wanted him to so bad. Then I was thinking, but that's gonna be so good.
Doesn't get much hair in that. Unless I did it on black, that would have been.
All right. I was torn. I'm like, I really wanted him to hold the phone up.
Torn. I think that's Natalie Imbruglia, not Pearl Jam.
There you go. Opie needs to sing "Fight the Power." Fight the power. Sup, fellas? Art Cook says, "How about a cheers? It's
I
my
already
20-year
finished
wedding anniversary buddies." Oh, 20 years, brother.
He was
Cheers,
21 years ago.
Cheers to Eric.
Cheers.
Happy anniversary. Happy
Happy
anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Something
That was
like
pretty good.
That was very good. That was very good.
Yeah, I'll take one.
So that was pretty much it with the Pearl Jam show, really.
Yeah, I don't know.
How's Eddie's voice holding up?
Great, it's great. So they're cutting the length of the show back a little bit. They did 25 songs instead of 35. So
Why they cut it back?
because they're getting old as fuck. You know,
Eddie's like 50,
50, 65. Whatever he is. But they sounded great. It was good energy. But,
Does he still drink his fake wine on stage?
It's real wine.
It's fake.
I've been down there.
It's fake. It's a wine bottle filled with water. We all know.
Red wine flavored water.
Yeah. Someone get on a ladder and slap Scott in the face for me. Oh, damn.
Iced tea and Jack Daniels.
Jennifer
Just the
First.
class, baby.
Jennifer First needs someone to get on a ladder and slap Scott Watson in the face. And she's also telling me that Dave Grohl just announced he had a kid with somebody? Like
Wasn't me.
he had an affair? And can you look that up? It's
An affair? A rock star had an affair?
Shocking.
Suppose he had a kid with some
Supposed to throw that thing around?
groupie.
And then
Cheers, gentlemen. Hey, Wayne Blue Atkins. Cheers, man. Bam! Cheers.
All right.
He's drinking the bourbon, though. We know that, right?
Ooh.
Thanks, guys. You nailed it. Now back to the funny. Pearl Jam is for fairies, by the way. That's what Eric Cook says. I love my Pearl Jam. What were the covers?
you're
What?
a
it popped right up. TMZ has it.
TMZ's got what? Give me your phone. Breaking news. Let's spill the tea for everybody. TMZ. Oh my God. I fathered a baby daughter outside of marriage, Dave Grohl is announcing. Oh, damn.
Oh, well.
Well,
shocking.
damn.
He says no to that.
That's
That's a
weird.
monkey wrench.
That's weird.
She said she was on the pill.
Hi, Eddie Volin. Hi. John Court's down there in Philly giving us $10,
Thanks,
bro.
John.
$10.
$20.
What were the covers that Pearl Jam did?
Yeah.
Did they
I
do
don't know, man.
some of the Who? Were you even at the show?
I was at the
I don't think
show.
he was at the show.
I was at the so they did play Bob O'Reilly.
They played Baba. I don't think that was at the show.
I was at the show. I was there. I have proof.
You got like
picture of the
a
urinal. Thanks, buddy.
All right. What's up, Greg Buell? How are you? Gebhards, yes, Gebhards.
Greg Growl.
Jill saying hi, squad. Hi. Wow, that's direct. LOL.
Hello, squad.
All right. It's on Dave's Instagram. Yeah, the Dave Grohl thing is real.
I mean,
What Dave Grohl do that?
You were getting beer.
you diddled some lady. Got a kid out of her.
You got a kid out of, maybe a groupie or something. It's on the TMZ. Yes.
Malone.
Didn't see that with Dave Grohl. Kind of surprised coming in from Joyce
What
Collins.
about the Duck Commander guy who found out he had a daughter who was like 20-something years old?
Who's the Duck Commander?
You know, the Duck Commander, like they
He commands ducks.
The Duck
they make
Dynasty?
calls. Yeah, Duck Dynasty.
One of the Duck
father,
Dynasty guys
Willie's
has
father.
Willie's
a couple
father,
Years ago,
a couple
came
years
out,
ago.
Like the daughter found him. Like he didn't know.
Of course, she found him. He's rich.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't you start that?
that's why I know I don't have any spare kids out there because
Spare extras.
well, I had a good run. They would have knocked on my fucking door.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have one out there.
You might not. Who said it?
You have to have sex for that.
Oh my God! Someone that got kicked out of the Pearl Jam show said he might have one out there.
Oh,
Oh,
well, you were
yeah.
bored that night, huh?
Oh my!
What was his
Too
name?
soon to tell.
Ramon.
Should-
Ramon.
Should-
Joey?
Jennifer First is saying should have had the live stream during the debate tonight. Oh God, no!
I used the bait to catch the fish.
Are you going to watch the debate?
I certainly will not be watching the debate.
Masturbate.
It's just going to be another stupid debate. There's all these rules. They can't.
Sweet old
They
guy.
basically can't talk to each other.
How many times? How many times did she just sit there and just giggle?
Kamala Harris is going to show off her laugh for sure.
Fucking seagull.
There goes my hero.
There goes by.
That's what Dave Grohl's wife is singing right now. There goes my hero. Is it?
There goes my zeros.
Will you look up the story? Everyone wants to know the Duck Dynasty story. Is it Willie Robertson?
No, it's his father.
Oh, the really old dude, right?
He's got a sis now.
All right.
Hey guys.
Howdy.
Hi. Who is that?
Small children.
Oh, small
Yeah.
children, not good.
Easy, Ron.
John Quartz, Dave Grohl, his astonishing confession was published via social media where he revealed he had welcomed a new child that was in the process of begging his wife for forgiveness.
That's what you do.
Ah,
Yeah.
damn. Well, damn.
Thanks, Mike.
How old's the kid?
Sounds new.
Sounds like brand new, like a brand new one. Mike O'Donnell gave us $5. Homesick with
It's very
COVID.
elusive,
The second time I've had it. All right. All right, here it is. Duck Dynasty, Phil Robertson discovered in 2020 that he fathered a daughter named Phyllis from an affair he had decades ago, leading him to reconnect with his lost child and take her duck hunting. He took her duck hunting?
You don't take a Phyllis duck hunting, I'm sorry.
So thankful God brought us together after all these years, Phyllis wrote on her Instagram that November.
Did he say God brought us together?
Yeah,
God ruined it?
Apparently he used to be like a hardcore alcoholic.
But how does God bring them together if it was a sin to begin with? That don't make no sense.
You made your bed, no lay in it.
Yeah.
So it's a sin, but then God came along and said, all right, well, we'll forgive the
Cool sin, bro. Here's your daughter.
You're rich now. You can get away with it.
That's an expensive apology, John Courts is saying. Yeah, you think? Dave Grohl's got the Nirvana money. He's got the Foo Fighters money. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good. Oh, Trevor Meyer's giving us stars for beers. Thank you, Trevor.
Trevor.
Ron, come on over here, Ron.
Right.
We got Ron the waiter.
Right.
Verbal cut.
Let me turn up your mic.
Don't do that.
Say hi, Ron.
Hi, everybody.
That's too much. That's too much, Ron. That's too much.
I'm just gonna stand.
Don't put it near
You
your
don't have to
mouth.
break the window.
Right
Rest your
there.
belly on my elbow.
Lower.
And get it.
Oh, wow. Ron's got a new look today.
What do you think?
I know.
What do you think, everybody? I'm wearing some sunglasses. I got a haircut.
Don't do it.
How's Ron's audio? Unfortunately good, right? Unfortunately. Can someone check on Ron's how was your week, Ron the waiter?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, you seem like you're in better spirits than last week.
Yeah.
Nobody puts Ronnie in the corner.
Ronnie didn't have a nap.
Was that what that was all about?
From Boston.
Ronnie, we're not doing stand-up. You got to put your mic right there. You're driving the people crazy.
Turn his up a little.
No, and then you brought it right back up to your mic. This is like
Right here.
Just rest it right on his
right about
belly.
there.
Right here.
Yeah.
On my berry.
How was your week, Ron? What's going on with you?
It's good. Ron had a
Mr.
very good
Microphone.
week.
Yeah.
You know,
Academy too.
this is what they say. New York really is turns out to be a small little community. And I'm going to give you a perfect example.
Oh, nobody
Which
ever
is-
said that.
That's true.
No, we all hate it here.
Don't go higher
You're
than
gonna need some more
that.
Now Ron can't pull the mic up to his luscious lips.
I thought I was going to
Or
get
his
a.
soul
I
patch.
thought I was going to get a Hummer.
It's cum catcher.
All right, you can go a little higher.
A little
Right
higher.
there, right there.
Let's take.
All right, what's going on, Ron?
Oh no.
Oh, my God.
So
Throw that
I
mic
was
out.
at the Bohemian. Listen to this crazy story. Listen to how really.
It's going to start off with,
How
I was at
small-
work.
And
how-
then-
And then. Oh,
my
damn.
friend Joshua Powell just showed up.
Holy shit, is he a hitman?
yeah.
What the? Can you come on camera for a
Josh,
second?
come on
I
for a
just stopped
second. Say
breathing.
hello.
This guy just walked in.
Is this who you wanted me to kill?
Wait. Another guy in the back. Yeah, these mics can't go up to your lips. Wow,
My
dude.
herpes? What's going on?
Hell of a look you got there, brother. Who are you?
I'm Josh Pallet. Nice to
Welcome, Josh.
meet you, my idol.
Oh, damn! Not you.
Not me.
Suck it, man.
You're gonna wanna be nice to him. Yeah, he's the owner. Right?
Oh, this stuff.
You don't.
Whoa.
It don't hurt. I don't hurt. I've had fair
What are you, a comedian?
With
Yeah.
those glasses on, yeah.
Very nice. All right.
You're hilarious.
Well, Ron, get back because you're telling your story. I just wanted.
Okay.
We'll get to him in a sec. I just wanted. He walked up the stairs and everyone stopped breathing. Fucking so three guys reached for a little something in their pants.
It wasn't Booger.
Well, since Scott went,
Scott's like, that's not
Booger hasn't come back yet either.
I know. I feel bad. We might have scared off Guido the
Scared the
Killer
boogers off.
Pimp.
Well, you yelled it right in
I
his
hate
face.
We blew the
No,
the
but then
nose of it.
JQ just went right down.
Yeah,
on him. Not on him, but she
We
went down.
We had a very famous actor. You know, he was Guido the Killer Pimp, and or whatever. He referenced Guido the Killer Pimp, right?
Yeah, what's his name in Rolex?
Yeah, what the hell is his name?
Curtis.
Curtis Armstrong.
Eric
talking
Cook,
about-
$10. Can you briefly describe when you smashed the Rolling Stones pinball machine? I think that was about 20 years ago. Linger longer. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
No.
Are you not allowed to be within 100 yards of a pinball machine?
Dude, I told the pinball story to your guy because the other thing Matt has here is kick ass for real pinball machines all over the goddamn place. How many you got? Like 18?
No, 11.
He's got 11 machines. I told your guy my pinball machine story where I did smash it with a mallet, a rare Rolling
He
Stones.
cried and ran.
He was not happy. I'm telling the story like, oh, he's gonna get a good laugh, and he's like, oh my God, why would you do that? Anyway, and then I went, where's
Did you also kick puppies or?
no, not anymore. Not anymore. No, not anymore.
Then he gives them to the Haitians so they can eat them.
Eric, I'll do the rap like on the next live stream from my windowsill. I promise you. All right, go ahead, Rob.
All right, so talk about a small world. So I'm at the Bohemian Beer Garden.
Don't promote them. They don't pay you enough to promote.
Boo them. So I'm talking to a guy, and I am wearing, and I'm
And he's like,
and I'm wearing a Bruins hat, and he goes, "Hey, we're shooting the shit," and I'm wearing a Bruins hat. And he goes, "Are you from Boston?" I said, "Yeah, I'm from Boston." He goes, "Oh, I went to school in Boston." And I said, "Where'd you go to school?" And he goes, "I went to Emerson."
really Boston, but
And I said, "Well, that's a good school." I said, "So either what? Are you an actor, a comedian? Are you what? Are you on the radio? You do radio?" And he goes, "Oh, it's funny." He goes,
And then,
"Check, please." So he's
Ron, a lady walked by with a fern. She's got a
Yeah,
fern.
it was a
that was
fern.
pretty interesting, wasn't it?
Oh,
That was-
go talk
we
to
should,
her, Ron.
What do you think
Why
about
would a
fern?
fern?
Dude, you could have like fern conversation.
But Ron loves his fern.
I love my fern.
Ron
Time
had-
one fern.
Ron has sex
You
with his
showed me your
fern.
green thumb and green.
Let's let him speak so we can get out of here.
Let me tell my story so my friend can come on.
Oh my God, Ron.
So listen to this.
Okay.
We're listening.
So
We're
he
all
goes.
listening.
So I go. So he goes. I actually went to Emerson. I said, so you know, there's some very famous. By the way, very famous people went to Emerson.
Like one? Which one?
Jay Leno.
He sucks.
Pretty famous though. For sucking.
Stephen Wright.
You're running out of names quickly, huh? Hey, Nathan Brimmer, I got to stop for a second. Ron looks like the front man for the worst Blue Oyster Cult tribute band.
I'll take it. Honestly, I'll take it.
You'll take it. Don't fear the Reaper, Ron. Don't fear the Reaper.
Journey really was
Just fear the mirror. That's about it.
All
Don't
right.
be afraid of the mustache.
All right, Ron, come on. Let's go.
So
with the
here we
story.
go. So he goes, you know, I actually went to Emerson for radio, for communication. I wanted to have a career in radio. And he goes, but I ended up taking a different course. And I said, well, you know, I actually do a little bit of radio. I said, have you ever heard of Opie and Anthony? And he goes, and he just literally froze. Like, he froze. And he just looked at me. He went, well, I got a little story for
At
you.
no point in your
He
rambling,
goes,
incoherent
my
response
my
were you even
roommate.
close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber.
I'm going to start talking about the mirror. You want to talk? I'll talk about mirrors.
Have mercy on your soul.
I'm going to talk about mirrors.
This is Black Mirror right now.
That's what this is. God, I hope people heard that out there. I hope they heard. Mike Bergen Jr. is working the sound effects. All right,
that was good.
go ahead.
So, since the fact that he went to Emerson in Boston for radio, I say I do a little bit. If you ever heard of Opie and Anthony, he literally froze in his track, and he goes,
I have a story for you.
and he goes, my roommate at Emerson, who's also my best friend, was Opie and Anthony's first intern. And he shows me the picture of his roommate named Brian Brodsky. Brian Brodsky, is that ringing a bell?
No, hell yeah.
Brian
We love
Brodsky.
Brian.
And so the roommate, his name's Ryan Federick, shows me the picture of Brian Brodsky duct taped to a massive pole in Boston.
Hey, Junior!
And apparently the premise
Go on.
Go. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna get paid for this.
You'll get paid. You'll get you, dude.
Ron, my God, Ron.
So
Yes.
And then
you met the roommate of the guy that used to intern for Opie, and look how quick I could do this.
Yeah.
That we duct taped to a pole in Boston to try to promote our radio show.
right, and he's
And we left him up there all afternoon about 10, 12 feet in the air.
Reader's Digest.
no, but he kept saying.
Next!
And
then.
he kept saying it involved lots of strippers. That's what he said.
It involved, when you told me this off air or whatever,
Yeah.
who was the chick that had the giant, big, fake basketball boobs and she would smash cans with it? Her boobs. She
The
had,
one who had the lawsuit.
she had a parlor trick. She
Can
actually sprained.
No, she broke somebody's hurt somebody's neck because she.
Yes,
Yeah,
look her up.
it's-
Look her up. So basically, this girl, dancer,
Yeah.
had giant, fake,
Entertainer.
really, really hard, big boobs, and she would take it and her act,
big boobs.
and her act was to smash beer cans with her own boobs.
Cool.
So she came into the show, and I held the beer can, and she actually sprained my wrist.
Oh,
I actually sprained my wrist over
so
a
it was
boob.
your loss?
Over a boob. But she
Ron,
was
who's your kid?
involved with that. Yes.
I'm just assuming if you
And
have a
Rusty Hart.
Busty Hart. Look at Busty Hart.
Oh, dang. Oh, she killed that watermelon.
What a busty nut.
Busty Yuck.
Lady, you're scaring us.
Busty Yuck. I mean, Busty Hart. She used to be a thing. And then she had a lawsuit because she did it in a club and she did sprain some guy's fucking neck because she put the beer can on his head and then went wham with her big boobs. She would start over her shoulder. Wham!
were you like in a brace?
Nothing like that, Ron. No.
You want to complain?
No,
you got
I
a boobie injury? I don't know. I mean, come on.
It was a little sprained wrist. That's a hell of a story, Ron.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it happened. It's a small world.
5 minutes. of our
People
life
still
will
think
never
about
come back.
Opie. They still,
Well,
I say Opie Anthony, the guy froze.
all right.
That's good.
That's
All
good.
right.
That's what you want him to do.
That's it.
Yeah. If Ron was a porn star, what would be his favorite move? Oh man.
Getting
Ron.
pegged.
Not paying for the check.
Boring. All right. So who's this guy?
Okay,
that,
so let
that
me.
scared the hell out
So
of everybody.
I brought once in a while. Ronnie brings a guest. So if you remember, we had a guest on before named Panji, who's super famous in Indonesia, but not so famous here.
Right. Well, that's why it's
So
our show.
and Panji talked about
He's working his way up.
and Panji
He'll also blow me off when this becomes
Yeah.
a thing. Yes.
and Panji went on tour in Indonesia with New York comics. So Joshua Powell was one of the New York comics. But also besides that, Joshua Powell has some very interesting. Joshua Powell and I are similar in a few ways. We're both Jewish, and both our fathers were.
He's not from Massachusetts.
And both our fathers were in the Jewish mob.
Oh, okay. Because I was praying. I'm like similar and
similar.
similar. I was thinking, oh no, he tells long-winded stories too.
So
Did you grow up next to the carpenters who never were really
So-
there?
both our fathers were in the mob, and his father owned a strip club here.
Where?
All over the city.
But he'll tell you. And apparently
My
his
birth mother.
and apparently his father dated like a porn star. So everyone here's Joshua Powell.
All right.
All right.
Come on
well,
down.
well, thank you, Ron. That's
Hi, I got a lot of time now.
What's
It's like
up,
you
Earl?
skinned a sofa.
Thank you so much. Real gentleman.
I wouldn't mess with him. Nah, man. Is your dad still alive?
No, my father passed away about 8 years ago.
Natural causes?
Yeah, cocaine and hookers.
That would be a rarity, a mafia guy dying of natural causes, right?
Shocking.
I don't even want to
Lead
know.
poisoning.
I don't even want to know. I'll accept the joke. I'm not going to ask any other questions about your dad. But he owned clubs all over the city?
Yeah, my father used to own a chain of strip clubs on the Northeast called Goldfingers. You remember Goldfingers?
Of course,
Yeah,
Goldfingers.
that was my dad.
No kidding.
Yeah, that was my father. Well, him and the rest of the Italian mafia, basically.
So he made some good money.
Yeah, but he died broke and penniless.
Why?
He used it well.
In
He
a
used it well.
convalescent home.
Because of the
He
cocaine
knew how
and
to
hookers.
spend the money. Yeah.
Because he lived a happy, fulfilled life. That's why.
Did the feds get to him eventually? Like,
No, he
how did it go
basically.
down?
my father growing up, he started off, he had nightclubs. So it's when I was a little kid, he had regular nightclubs. And then when I was about 11 or 12, so around 91, he was like, my father was Israeli. So he would say, Joshi, I came up with the best idea in the world. I'm going to turn the clubs into strip clubs. And I have the best name in the world for the clubs. I call it Goldfingers.
Oh my God.
So now Goldfinger obviously is 007. And that was before my time as a kid. But I was like, oh, that sounds fantastic, Dad. And at the time when he opened up the clubs, he was.
Can I help, Dad?
Yeah, how
yeah,
can I come and
help me
grease
help
the
you.
girls up
Right,
before
yeah.
they start everything?
Right.
It was real quick, hilariously, when he switched over from nightclub to strip club, I had my childhood best friend David with me, and I was like, let's just go pop in and say hi to my dad, because one of the clubs was on Queens Boulevard.
Right.
And we went downstairs. They had just opened the club up. It was daytime, so it wasn't packed with people. And we go down to my dad's office, and my dad calls the strippers in. He goes, come here. And we're 11, 12 years old. He goes, come, give my son and his friend hugs.
Oh my God.
So that was our first lap dance as children.
That's amazing.
So we had these beautiful, elegant dancer with
Whoa, hey.
That's one of my dad's kids. So so he was
Dave
dating.
Grohl kid trying to get the
Thanks, Cole.
He was dating Amber Lynn. You remember Amber?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that was his almost fiance. That was almost his wife. But they were very, very close. And he ended up breaking up with Amber Lynn and married.
She wasn't a virgin.
Yeah, surprisingly. The other funny thing about Amber, her and I are still friends. Amber still strips.
How old is she?
She's got to be like 60 or this.
All right.
She looks amazing. Look her up, bro. She
Look
looks
up
fine.
Bring
Amber
her
Lynn.
here. I'll put a poll up.
Look up Amber Lynn.
You want me to sit on his lap?
Yeah.
What the
I'm trying to
hell?
get me closer.
It's just a belly on
All right. Yeah, you're good.
No, but Amber still performs. She still does shows and stuff, and she looks amazing. And she's an awesome.
Was your mom in the picture?
My birth mother.
Yeah.
No, that's weird because like my mother was the complete antithesis to my father. So, my dad was a gangstery, mafioso into like strip clubs and stuff, and my mom is like other side of the spectrum. She's like a fucking librarian.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I couldn't understand why it didn't work out.
Right.
Except for the fact that he beat the living shit out of her all the time. Other than beating her, he was an awesome.
Other than that,
The opposites attract.
He was an awesome dad. Yeah.
Other than that, he was a
Opposite of
gentleman.
his fist.
So, do you say what family?
Do I stay with family?
No, do you say what family your dad was part of?
I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Oh, no, don't then, don't.
Well, I do
Don't.
know that
Don't.
I could give you indications.
And how high up was he?
I can tell you who my father.
Yeah.
Well, he was a Jew. They don't fucking.
Oh,
they don't
right.
give
Yeah,
us
yeah,
any
you were
any
okay.
captain status.
Yeah, well,
but
money.
he was very well respected. My father was a tough fucking guy. My father was training to be an Israeli Navy SEAL. He was a commando for the Israeli Navy SEAls. So when my father came to America, he had all this crazy physical ability to beat people up and be a really tough. My dad was taller than me. He was built like a brick shit house. And when he got to America, he started pimping. So he used to pimp transvestite prostitutes.
Ron, you're in luck. No wonder you like him so much.
We have a lot in common, I
Oh,
told
my
you.
God.
He hooked up my mother with a prostitute.
And
Cliff says, I love this guy. He's a good community guy. Holy crap, really?
yeah, I didn't realize he was pimping transvestite prostitutes until my mother moved out when I was like 17, 16 from my apartment. And there was this macrame thing that was hanging on the wall, and she was like, do you want that? And I was like, I think my grandmother made that. I was like, I don't want to throw it away. She's like, your grandmother didn't make that. One of your dad's transvestite hookers made that. I was like, why do we have that on the wall since I was a
For
kid?
some reason, you're strangely aroused.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, bring that to Antique Roadshow.
Yes.
You might be able to get some money for that.
It's priceless.
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 Sell it to Norton.
Wow, you got a story, bro.
Yeah, my life was pretty insane. It was
Right.
pretty insane. So he's got the clubs, and they started expanding. They had a couple of them in the city at one point. They had a place called Texas Gold, which was part of the Goldfingers
Goldfinger,
family. And I actually had my bar mitzvah right next door to Texas
Beautiful.
Go, which is amazing because me and my friend Jordan sneaked out and snuck into Texas Go. I was like, fuck this fucking bar mitzvah. I want to
I'm really becoming a man today.
When I first started making it and I had to get a tax guy, my
Right.
first tax guy, thanks to Anthony, his office was behind the strip club.
Oh, nice.
So you can
go through.
Yeah, you can literally hear the dancers on stage as he's doing our tax.
around in there.
And he loved
He's doing
clowns,
tax
and he would
tax.
put a clown nose on his fucking face, and he goes, hopefully this will go through, and he would put it on a stack of papers after he did your taxes. True story. But his office was behind the strip club,
So it was a write-off just going through to the fucking.
and no one was
Money just
complaining.
falls out.
Money anyway, yeah.
No one was
Can I
complaining.
get a receipt for this?
And then I got an agent, and the agent's like, I don't want to tell you what to do, but we're trying to be legit, so maybe not having an
Less
account.
boobies.
Not having an account that is associated with a strip club
I ain't doing
that
that.
wears a fucking nose when he's preparing your taxes.
That's the only accountant I want. I want.
Oh,
strip
he was
club
awesome.
accountant.
This guy was awesome.
Of course he was. He was a Jew, probably.
He was.
You gotta trust. You gotta trust Jews.
He was.
Moishe, bring the booby monies.
So what else about this?
Just the
so-
tip.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the story. It's fucking. It's hilarious. So he breaks up with Amber Lynn, who was this huge. She's still a very popular. People know who she is, porn star, and he ends up marrying my younger half sister's mother, who was actually one of the most gorgeous penthouse pets. I don't want to blow up names in my family. I got to go to a wedding in a couple of weeks. That's Amber Lynn. Yeah, she really looks just like that. She looks fantastic.
She still looks like this.
She still looks like. I just saw her in Cali a couple of years ago.
Wow. Wait.
She looks, she looks amazing.
Very cool.
I think she's still doing internet shows.
Oh, I would
For
imagine.
money.
You got a Google on there, right? Can you
Yeah, I would imagine.
pause the show?
But
Check it out.
my father splits with Amber
Every one of
Lynn.
those movies.
Yes, and he ends up in page 6 in the Post, and it says local strip king divorces porn queen for penthouse pet. So that
Oh, damn.
Nice. They know how to write a headline.
Is that a move up or down? I can't tell. Is that a move up or down?
I'll
And
I'll show you
lateral, there's a
lateral?
lot of sidestepping.
Yeah,
so
a little
that's
lateral
what that
move,
was.
maybe?
My father loved women and hated them at the same time. One of my father's favorite things, anytime I spoke to him, he's like, Joshi, you know what you get women for birthday?
Donkey punch.
A broom. Get them a broom. Tell them to start sweeping the house. So he ends up.
Was Amber and Ginger sisters? That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't.
I
think
always
they're
get
related.
confused. Okay, all right.
I don't think Ginger Lynn and Amber Lynn.
All right, I didn't think so.
I think Lynn was just the surname for women who sold their bodies during the 90s. So he splits with Amber Lynn. He marries my younger sister's mother, and she moves him out of the porn business because she had decided at this point that she was no longer going to be associated with stripping and
Right.
pornography and stuff. And she moves my dad, who's this Israeli New York gangster, down to Georgia. And she's like, don't do any criminal gangster stuff anymore. And the next thing I know, my dad is like trying to sell cars at a dealership. He's like, Joshi, I tried to sell exploders. I was like, what's an exploder? He's like, a Ford Exploder.
So he tried to go legit by
He
selling
tried to go
cars.
legit, and she ended up divorcing him. And because he left like the Northeast, basically the organized friends of his just piranha'd his whole fucking business, and he lost everything. He lost all his fucking clubs and everything. So then he was like, I have all these connections in the pornography industry.
Oh, Jesus.
My dad was a fucking innovator. He decided, he was like, I'm going to make the first interactive sex dolls. And you can Google this. My father has one of the original patents for a sex doll. Bro, this is 30 fucking, a sex doll that talks. So he was friends with like,
That had a look.
Let's pull the string days, right?
no, it's almost as bad.
I was going to say it had a look like a disaster.
It had a giant MP3 player in the back.
Right.
That would moan in the voice of the sex star because he knew them personally, so they recorded these MP3s.
That's hilarious.
So he had these full life, and he was in China, like making deals. Like we can't make the penis too big here.
That is crazy.
Free one, and we'll set it up right behind that.
He's sitting on it right now.
You should have been on Shark Tank.
Yeah, but no, he definitely should
They
have.
must have looked like Frankenstein back then. By the way, Tommy Chesh, I don't want to let this go by. $4.99. I used to go to Goldfinger's on Queens Boulevard quite often. Here's some singles for the dancers. Cheers.
All right.
Throw
Cheers.
us singles.
Fire.
Make it rain.
Make it rain. Make it
The
rain.
Spanish Kings.
Make it rain. All right, continue. Sex dolls, MP3, and wow, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah. So, he starts making these sex dolls, and my father thought that he also thought that he was going to revolutionize the internet.
Yeah.
So he bought up thousands of domain names in the late 90s.
Smart. That's actually really smart.
It was really smart, except my father's from an older generation, Opie, and at the time in the 70s and 80s, you remember the big thing was hotlines.
Okay.
You remember a hotline? Everything was like, call the hotline time.
Yeah.
So my father bought every fucking domain he could with the Profex hotline at the end of it. So he had Las Vegas hotline, New York he had every fucking hotline, and everyone's like, nobody gives a fuck about your stupid hotlines.
Yeah, but he was an entrepreneur like my dad.
He tried, man. He
Cheers,
tried.
bro.
God bless your father and mine.
He-
You hear that, Dad? We're talking about you down there. We're talking about you tonight.
All our dads are so similar. Mine's a Methodist
Entrepreneur?
pastor.
All right. Well, my dad died penniless too. Cheers.
I am, man. Listen, if you die penniless, that's the right time to die, isn't it?
Oh, hell yeah.
You stop right at the end.
When you haven't been for a while. That's
Hell
you're
yeah.
freshly penniless.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but the thing was, as somebody who had that as a father, I also had an interesting life. When I was 16, I was recruited to go work on Wall Street. I was recruited to go
Obviously. I mean,
Obviously, I mean, look at me, I'm brilliant. But I was recruited to go work in these
Play Studio.
in these Wolf of Wall Street, Wolf of Wall Street type places, these boiler room operations,
I'm not
which
fucking
were
leaving.
We had
huge.
a lot of those on Long Island.
I actually worked there. That was called Stratton Oakmont on Long Island. I was there for one day. After the FBI closed them down, we were there that night calling up clients to try to transfer their accounts out. But that's a different story. But when I started working on Wall Street when I was a kid, I'm 16, 17, I go to a place and somebody sees my name. They go, Pallid. They go, is your father Steve Pallid, the nightclub owner? And he's talking about when it was nightclub, not strip club. And I go, yeah. He goes, yo, he's like, I got to tell you a story about your dad. Because my dad used to be an enforcer for these guys. So he goes, your father, a few years ago, I'm working at a brokerage firm. He shows up to the brokerage firm, and those very scandalous places, you couldn't just walk in. There was like a lady at the front desk, and she had to buzz you in. Like it was a whorehouse.
Oh,
Because
shit.
they were all stealing people's money in the back. And he sees her trying to stop my dad from coming in, and she's telling my dad, you can't come in. I have to get permission to buzz you in. And my friend, he wasn't a friend yet, but he tells me, he goes, I tell the secretary, do you know who this is? This is fucking Steve Pallid. You got to buzz him in, let him in. So she buzzes my father in. He goes, within 20 minutes, your father was hanging a guy out of the window, out of a 27-story window by his feet because he robbed some mobster for a lot of money. He goes, your dad walked out for a check with $1 million.
No way.
Yeah. So to all you fuckers who owe me money, I'm friends with Opie now. You better fucking pay up.
Yeah, that'll get you far. What is this? Too bad this isn't 2001. Wow. So why did you go into the family business?
Well, the business disappeared,
True.
And of course, my father was like, Josh, I don't want you to go up and be like me. And I was like, you mean pay for pussy? I don't understand. Like, it was a difficult childhood,
Right. So how'd you get into comedy?
Comedy's been my life. My life is just so fucking ridiculous that I had to, like when you live such an incredible experience, a life where everything is just insane. You're either funny or you're fucked.
Right.
It's like you have two options,
Right.
really.
And who dressed you?
Ray Charles. This is Goodwill. Thank you very
A
much.
little Goodwill action. All right.
No, this was the person I killed. I took his suit. I'm colorblind. I can't tell.
Who were your influences as far as comedy goes?
I mean, now that I'm sitting next to you, obviously, Patrice O'Neill, man, that was my king, man. Me and most of the comics who I'm friends with, like that's To us, that's the Godfather, man.
He's the main guy for a lot of young guys.
I got a story with Patrice.
Please do.
When I was 14, turning 15 years old, we went to New York Comedy Club. Me and my friends took us out. So we went a group with like 7 of us. And all my friends were like, "You're the funniest fucking guy." But we all took a bunch of acid before we went. So we're all tripping on I'm tripping on like 2-3 hits.
Someone just made a new best friend.
I'm tripping on 2-3 hits of acid. And my friends are like, "You're funny. You're going to be a comedian one day." So they put me right in the corner, right next to the stage where all the comics are going to fuck with you. And that's the worst spot. That's the best spot. That's the best. That's the most entertaining spot. So they put me right up to the corner, and a bunch of comics who I can't remember, but one of the ladies comes up before Patrice, and she starts fucking with me. She's making fun of me. I had like a Christmassy looking sweater on, and she goes, "Who bought you that sweater?" And I was like, "Your mother bought me that sweater." Damn. And it got like silent in there, like it just did right now. And she had like no retort. She had no way to come back at me, and she just moved on. Patrice comes out next. He comes out, he looks at everyone, he comes out to me, he starts giving me a handshake. He's like, "That shit was great, man." He's like, "That comedian was awful, man. She was awful." I was like, "Thank you, Mr. O'Neill, man. She is awful."
That's awesome.
And then we rode off into the sunset together.
I mean, Patrice, if you made him laugh, he would make sure you knew it.
No,
he was the man.
He was a very special person.
Yeah.
I hope to one day be as funny as he is.
Look at Eric Cook, one of my favorite streams. This guy is Radio Gold, Opster. What's your name again? Now that
Joshua Pallet.
Joshua the waiter, right?
Joshua the waiter.
Joshua the waiter.
Hey, that's my job.
He can do his own laundry. That's the difference.
That's Super Mario Ron with his mustache.
With his
He went out from
mustache.
hanging out with Patrice to hanging out with Ron the waiter.
Ronnie's the best. Let me tell you something. Ron Berman is one of the greatest humans I've ever
Oh,
met.
don't do this, Tosh. Don't do this, Tosh.
Yeah, from Wednesday to freaking Monday.
He says he will. but he's not gonna pay.
Get up there, boy.
You just said you're not paying me?
Oh,
Fuck Ron Berman.
Oh no, I'm paying this guy. Trust me. We paid Josh. So you went to Indonesia to do comedy with Ponji?
Yeah.
We had Ponji on this thing. He fucking rules. Once again, he's like the Jon Stewart of Indonesia, and he's like the nobody of fucking
Johnner.
Yeah.
It's a real mind fuck because I met Ponji 2 years ago. He came on my podcast, and then he came to my.
You have a fucking podcast?
Well, I did, but we ran out of funding and sponsors. But we have hilarious
We got
content.
FedEx.
Funding. It's just a laptop.
Again, we got FedEx again.
I'm gonna steal Opie's laptop when I leave today.
And filter clean.
But I met. Well, we were paying for producer. We were overproducing it.
what
You
are
know,
you
from the
doing?
beginning, we were
We
overproducing.
do nothing. We have no budget, obviously.
Obviously.
But I meet Panji, and we became friends very quickly. And he's did my podcast a couple times, and he says on my podcast, he's like, "I'm going to bring you and my buddy Kevin Sanchez to Indonesia," and he's a guy who really sticks to his word. And me and Panji did a bunch of shows here and mics together and stuff.
But explain, I got to stop you because I know where you're going with this. How no one gives a shit about Ponji in America, which is no, I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like he just doesn't have fame yet in America.
Unless they're from Indonesia, unless they're from his
Right.
home country, like nobody here knows who he is.
Because I know
really
what
yet.
you're about to say. So now you go to Indonesia.
But he also doesn't throw his weight around.
No, he's
like
a
if
cool-
I
he's a
was
cool
hit,
guy.
and I knew he was successful. I mean, he already had 1 million followers on Instagram, and he's got 1 million plus on YouTube. But he's always been the coolest, most down to earth. I consider him one of my closest friends.
Right.
And he was like, "I'm taking you to Indonesia. We're gonna go do this comedy tour. We're gonna do 6 different cities." And he fucking took us on a tour. It was amazing. It was fucking unbelievable. Who's playing ping pong? Who's shooting ping pong balls out their pussy? I want to see it. Rob, is that you?
There's the quick stop in Bangkok. Matt saw that show. Saw that show.
Opie, we get there, and like here, he's me. He's fucking nobody. Dude, we couldn't walk 3 feet without crowds. Like,
Holy, that's why I wanted to say that.
dude,
in that way.
he's literally as famous as like if fucking
Kevin Hart.
Brad Pitt walked down the fucking block. Like people
Wait,
were
As famous as Brad Pitt?
He's as famous as Brad Pitt in Indonesia. Probably more famous.
Pretty
than
sure Brad Pitt can walk down the street, nobody give a fuck.
But how do they recognize him if they all look alike?
I know.
Hey, are you me?
In Indonesia, you're supposed to wear your name on your forehead. You have to have a
I
sticker.
am you.
But no, even in the airport, like just going through
You're
fucking
me.
security, like we went through with him, and like, you know, they're looking at me, they're like, "Israeli Jew, kill him!" And then they were like, "Oh, he's with Panji. It's safe."
So, what were the crowds like? How many people?
The crowds were amazing. Comedy crowds in New York, especially in New York City, you know, everybody has like, you know, a disdain for humor here. Everybody is either offended or they don't want to fucking laugh. You go to Indonesia, they are chomping at the bit to laugh. Like they're ready to fucking laugh. Like it was almost like it was almost too easy to do comedy.
Right.
Yeah.
And they got your comedy? Because obviously he could play to his home crowd.
Well, thankfully,
Dan!
Thankfully, he owns a comedy club and like place and area there, so we were able to at least formulate some sort of local comedy. Because you know, you get there, I'm like, I can't do a lot of like New York-based shit that I would do here or there.
Right.
So I had to figure out what do the locals want to do. So you know, I reverted to toilet humor. And, perfect. So everybody loves shits, right? We all like taking shits.
Yeah, all right. You went Universal.
Yeah, exactly.
Comedy. Right on, man.
You got to reach.
That is wild.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience, man. It really was.
Dude, a pleasure to meet you. Fuck.
Absolutely.
Come on
Pleasure,
back.
Opie, man. Thank you so much, bro.
It's an open. We decided to make this into an open invite. So any Tuesday you feel like coming on by, come on by.
Fantastic. Will Ron be here?
Hopefully,
Nice to meet you. It's a really beautiful place, man. God bless you guys.
All right. Honestly, Ron has brought some good people here, right, Matt?
Yes, he has.
Yes.
He's worth his salt now.
Dan, come on over.
What's going on?
Howdy,
Dan. How's it
Good
going,
to see you,
guys?
man.
Good to see you guys.
Fucking TikTok
How's
star
everything?
Dan all day NYC. Although he's off the TikTok. No, you're not off the TikTok. I saw
How do you
you.
stay on TikTok?
I'm posting, but I'm not live on there anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I'm doing the Twitch and the YouTube.
Well,
now.
I texted Dan, so I went back on TikTok after taking 9 months off from live streaming. I lasted a day and a half. What is wrong with those people over there?
It's so bad.
And then I bothered them, and then through email they told me to stop bothering them. I'm like, just explain why you kicked me off again. Because every other social media platform
I know.
allowed my live stream except for the TikTok.
It's so sensitive, but they post so much worse shit.
Yeah.
I
Which
think
is so weird. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I
you
see
gotta
so
pay
much
somebody.
worse shit on there.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
so. The conspiracy stuff is off the hook.
Matt,
Conspiracy
so I can
stuff
pull
is
over
off the
Matt
hook.
Lane.
Oh,
Just
yeah. I think that's what they
Yeah,
want,
first guy.
though. You
Then
know?
you're good.
Yeah.
Conspiracy stuff.
It's a commie.
I am like a Thai cop.
Right. How's New York? Give me the New York.
New York's all right. I mean, you know, it's doing its thing.
Well,
It's a busy week. as you can see.
the fashion show.
Fashion shows.
that's what
Everyone's
I'm all
back.
about.
The kids are back.
Hey. Well, I'm back after 3
You're
months.
back.
Oh God, I don't want to be back here.
We should
Why?
talk a little bit
You're
about
over it
men's
already?
fashion.
Men's
Right?
fashion?
Yeah, I mean, it's like
We don't
there's
have
like a
any?
little bit of
We got a
like
little
sexual
bit.
appropriation.
I don't know if we
in
got
the
it here.
men's thing, you know, like, you got the boys wearing the Daisy Dukes and the no
Well,
socks
right
there,
there.
the gay looking stuff.
If,
It's really
if
bizarre.
you go down to Soho,
Bring
you're
on the
gonna-
cold
you're gonna see
weather.
all that.
So we
Yeah,
can hide these men's thighs. I'm getting sick of it.
Wait, they're going a little.
Yeah, all the
A
straight
little,
boys are wearing the short shorts.
a little- Well,
Yeah.
you see what Dave Batista looks like these
Oh,
days?
Oh, yeah, he lost a lot of weight. I saw that.
Yeah, but why is he wearing
Wow.
pearl necklaces?
Ron wears them all the time from his roommate.
Because you end up with one. You don't go get one. You end up
That's
with one.
Dave Batista now.
That's wild.
This is Dave
Yeah,
Batista.
See that sexual appropriation. Leave that for the gays.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's like, you would think he's transitioning, right?
If you didn't tell me that was him, I think it's somebody else.
You would think he's transitioning.
Why is feminine?
So they them out.
I don't know. So what's been going on in New York, Dan? That's why I want you on, because I've been gone 3 months.
Yeah.
From afar, I've been laughing at this city with their stupid garbage pails.
Oh,
and
the garbage bin. Now they're doing the what's the other? The compost.
what's
They're
the
trying to,
compost?
that's where you like put all that nasty crap,
Yeah,
the
the
eggs
brown
and
bin,
the
brown bin.
grounds and the. They're trying to do that in the buildings now.
Where you just dump your
You
just
food. People
yeah,
can't
your
even
food
throw
scraps.
away paper and plastic,
Yeah,
let
so
alone
else everyone
compost.
Now you're
gonna
taking
What
Well,
sanitation?
they tested it in my neighborhood like 4 or 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, and it didn't work.
What sanitation worker is gonna fucking deal with that garb?
Because
No.
it gets hot, maybe. Those things
No.
get hot.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
That's
They're gonna dump it on the street because those bins they just like sit out there. So somebody turns that thing over.
Dude,
and,
I thought of you because Eric Adams. When are they arresting Eric Adams, by the way? They're arresting everybody else around him.
Yeah,
They're
literally.
actually going to
When's
arrest
it
the
coming?
mayor of New
Yeah,
York
I
City.
know.
It's coming.
It's
You think
coming,
it's
right?
coming? So,
Oh, it's coming.
what do you think that's about? All the higher ups that are associated with Eric Adams are getting like.
Yeah, well, they got the commissioner. They're saying is going to resign. Then the commissioner's brother was involved, right? He's involved with like the nightclubs. I don't know. It's like a TV show,
Right.
literally.
It's fucking
Yeah.
Those are the
nuts.
Hasidics in the tunnels.
That must be it.
But when Eric Adams, I was watching from afar, and I'm like,
Yeah.
God, I got to get Dan on my live
Yeah,
stream.
yeah, it's
When-
wild. I mean,
when-
obviously,
When they spent millions of dollars on the new fucking garbage pail in New York City, and Eric Adams did a press conference, and they rolled out a garbage can we've been seeing for the last 20
You
years.
can get it at
What's
Home
the
Depot, right? Yeah, I know.
What's the
literally,
difference?
Literally, and they're telling the private homeowners that you have to get this pail and you have to pay for it.
Right.
I think it's like $50 or something
Right.
like that. But then it's like, what happens if somebody steals
Somebody's
it? Because you
gonna
know
steal
people are going to steal your garbage.
That's
can,
a cool
right?
brown
Like,
bin, man. I
they're
want
going to be
one.
reselling them on Canal Street.
Oh my God! Of course.
Come on over, man.
Of
It's
course.
unbelievable.
You gotta put a
But
little
they,
tracker on it.
yeah, but
Yeah,
they,
you'll have to put an air tag. Yeah.
Then they're gonna steal it for the air tag.
but he was so proud, and he was behind his podium, and there's the garbage pail. I'm like, what are you doing?
Wait, and then yesterday he said he got COVID, so now he's doing all of his interviews remote, so they
Right.
can't really press him.
Oh, no,
he didn't want
because
to be
he's
around.
in-
Yeah,
He's in the DR.
Yeah, so you should
He's in the
steal.
DR. If you're gonna arrest me, you're gonna have to come down to the
No,
DR.
he's hiding with Diddy.
And now
Right?
they got
Actually-
pizza. They got pizza box.
Pizza box sanitation out
Did you
here.
see
That's
that?
another
What's
one.
this one? No.
It's
They-
unbelievable.
It's a slit
Yeah.
where you put your fucking
Put
pizza
the
box
box in, so it's supposed to like fall down, so you're not taking your pizza box and putting it in the regular garbage can. But
Geniuses we've got.
the thing is,
Oh.
you know, people that live here, they don't follow the rules. So what
No.
you're making all these things.
Right.
Who's gonna actually follow them?
Nobody. And how much money is it costing us, the taxpayers,
Exactly.
for them to figure out this
Uh-huh.
shit?
Exactly.
So what? You're gonna walk 5-6 blocks with your empty pizza box because there's only one
Yeah.
can, like 6 blocks from here?
Especially the drunk kids at night, right? They're
Yeah,
gonna-
yeah, sure.
Let's do the right thing now, okay?
Yeah.
See, at least Alaskan pizza boxes, they have a bullseye on the
What is there
bottom
going to
of
be?
the
Use it good. There's
You
going to be
know?
an app. An app. Where's the nearest pizza box? Fucking garbage. Man, look at
But you have to have the app, and you got to pay 99 cents to download.
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
box. Yeah, you have to throw it off the roof of your building and get it in the slot.
And then the snatch and grabs are out of control.
So the
You got
park-
one on live stream.
Yeah, I had one by me now. I was up on Morningside Heights up there, and yeah, there was 2 kids that ran away, and there was a dude chasing them. I think it was one of the guys who sells stuff in the streets.
Okay.
But regardless, I think they were browsing. They snatched a pair of the AirPods, in the box, which are probably fake anyways. But the guy started chasing them down, so I was just happened to be live streaming, and I was in the one wheel. I followed it, and he got his stuff back.
Good.
And
Well, he stole. The one kid stole the shit that he stole.
Yeah, but-
so now you get it.
pretty much.
But
Yeah,
Dan-
double stealing is the word.
No, but what's gotten bad is
It's
the
dirty.
park. The park, they've been getting women with the bags and stuff.
Right.
They're going in there with scooters, with city bikes.
Yeah.
So the other night I was in there, and they actually had, the first time I seen it, they had cops on bikes. So they deployed them. They're going through like the little channels all over the place. They had police on every single.
my kid's school,
Entryway.
little girl, she's literally like 4 foot tall with a fucking brand new iPhone. They come flying by on the sidewalk. There's 2 guys, one on the back and the one fucking just driving, and snatched this thing in front of the school. My kids go.
Put mine over
And
here.
we happened to be parked
Yeah, for
at the end of the
Yeah.
street, and I saw the guy go flying by me on the sidewalk. I'm like, that's fucking weird.
That's why if it's
And then-
Samsung, so you take it, huh?
And then because they go to private school and we spend a lot of money, the security guard about 20 minutes later decided to figure it out. And he walks by me. I'm like, dude, the
It's
guy's
over.
been
It's
gone
good,
for
yeah.
20
It's fine.
minutes. Like, it's too
Oh,
late.
fine.
It's over, Johnny.
It's too late.
Where are you on now?
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy.
It's over, Johnny.
And
The
where are you on
scooters,
now?
like-
Are you on Twitch?
Twitch,
Mostly?
YouTube. I've been doing YouTube. I've been doing the double stream like you told me to do. So
See,
thanks for the
I
advice.
teach people.
Yeah. It worked out.
You
I
gotta
like,
go
I
talk.
like YouTube. YouTube's been cool.
I think YouTube's the future. We gotta
Yeah, and
get,
it's been around
we gotta-
forever.
We gotta get rid of the TikTok.
I think TikTok was a fad. in
I
my
hope
opinion.
so.
Yeah.
I think YouTube Shorts is taking
Like,
off.
you should stop playing songs.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But all day NYC on all the social media.
Thank you. But yeah, and tomorrow's the anniversary of
9/11.
9/11.
I didn't even want to bring it up.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a bummer every fucking
It
year
is.
still.
It is.
Today's my dead brother's
Today's the
birthday.
10th. Dead brother's birthday. Cheers
To the Spanish King. The Spanish
to
King.
the Spanish King and Scott Watson's brother, for real. Cheers. Empty. Damn it!
Get on that, Ron.
It's not empty. Oh, it's not empty.
Nope. I could spot a little bit of beer from 2.5 feet away.
And then that's that's New York in a nutshell though. It's been
Yeah.
they just know how to spend our money there, Dan.
Pretty much it. Yeah.
Giving
It's,
out tickets left and right. So
And our football team suck. And, you know,
oh, you're a Giants fan.
I'm a Jets fan.
Oh, Jets.
Yeah,
I'm a Bills fan.
There we go.
The
All
only
right,
New York
okay.
team.
Well, you are now.
That's true.
I've been a Bills fan for God knows.
3.5 years at least.
Nah, I don't want to say how long. A long fucking time. Because the Jets started sucking. I lived in Western New York. I'm like, this team's pretty cool.
You're right. This is the only beer.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is now a healthy 40-year-old
He is.
quarterback.
He is.
So you like the Bills when they went
Get
to
over
fourth-
here, Ron. Ron, the waiter, just talking into
I need my
space.
sunglasses and my shoes, so I
So
have
you
them.
like the Bills when they went to 4 Super Bowls in a row with Jim Kelly? Is that what
Yes,
you're talking
yes,
about?
yes.
That wasn't quite a while ago.
That was actually my run. That was my run when I was living up there and I fell in love with the Bills back then. Yes, went through it. The whole city was deeply depressed every time they lost one of those Super Bowls.
Guilty by association.
Yeah.
And then to top it off, Jim Kelly gets what, like throat cancer?
Oh, he's got cancer everywhere, Ron.
Ah, he got cancer from not winning.
Why don't you have it?
Wow.
If you keep it bottled up inside,
wow,
it turns
you're-
into the big C.
Oh, you're hilarious. You're hilarious. Oh my God.
Huh? What do I care? I'm a Patriots fan.
Oh, that all right.
That used to, by the way, the Bills used to be a guaranteed W, not anymore.
You're a Patriots fan? Brady stinks as an announcer.
Oh, I heard it was bad. Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
He stinks. His voice isn't that great. And
Yeah.
squeaky. It's like a little. It's like this.
It's
like
not good.
It's like a Guinness without alcohol. No, he stinks, but he's not going to ruin
Okay.
anyone's time.
By the way, you know who turned out is going to be a superstar broadcaster? Who's the Kelsey brother who's not dating the girl? What's his name?
Travis Kelsey and
The
his
center.
brother.
Jason.
Dude, his brother Jason Kelly
He's gonna
does
do
Monday Night
You
Football.
said 9 different names in 3 sentences.
Yeah, and you still understood it. Jason Kelsey
Jason
is
Kelsey.
a rock star.
He's
He's
great.
so good
He's
at it.
great. And his brother
Uncle Rico.
and
He's got a haircut like yours.
Taylor
Travis.
and Taylor
Sounds like a
Swift
hot
is dressing Travis. Look, what is he doing?
Oh, he's wearing.
Bro, what is he doing?
Dude, he
Dan?
looks like
What do you think, Dan?
He looks like he's on the beach in the Hamptons.
He's got. He was at the U.S. Open with his Caddyshack hat on.
They-
Oh, my God. Oh,
By
my
the way,
God.
one of the women said he's wearing almost $6,000 worth of clothing.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
It's
thought I'd
he
throw
still
that
looks
in.
like an idiot.
Yeah.
So not only did he look like an idiot, it cost him $6,000.
I will say this: Tom Brady just did a podcast, and he said, by the way, he may go back to football. He's not a broadcaster; it was bad, but he said a couple days ago, he goes, "If I come back," meaning to the NFL, and he quoted, he goes, "If I come
I
back,
think it was the NBA.
I'm a fucking problem. I will be a fucking
Wow.
problem."
But yeah, Willie.
I think he could. Yes, I
How
want
old-
Tommy back.
Isn't he like
I mean, that's a
45
pretty
now?
broad thing to say about yourself.
I think he's
to be a
46.
problem. I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah, you don't
I
want
told
to be.
you.
Yeah, you don't want to be the guy that says I'm going to be a problem.
That's
you
what
want
he
other
said.
people to say, "Oh, Tom Brady's going to be a problem," right?
Apparently, his broadcast is a problem. He got.
He's not
With
good.
all that
The reviews
pussy
weren't
on his
good.
face, he can't talk. Right. You know, I won't.
He ain't going to last. He's going to do a year or two and realize it's not for him. I'm telling you right
Dude,
now.
how much?
telling you right now.
He's making more money broadcasting than he did through his whole football career.
No, how much they sign him for?
Like
Well,
300
he's with
million.
Oh, he's making $30
Yeah,
million a
he's-
year.
He doesn't need it.
He's with the
Stop
Fox
that
Network.
crap.
He's a big Trump thing. It's all connected.
You know what the best about Tom Brady
Why
is?
does Trump gotta come in?
Because he's a Trump supporter. He's on Fox. It's all
So-
connected. You got to connect the dots, bro.
Tom Brady, superstar, the GOAT, makes stupid money, and his wife still made more money than him. Why?
Doing what?
Supermodel, international supermodel. Giselle.
They're a power couple.
They're a power couple, but she makes way more. She looks at Tom's money like, oh, that's cute.
Just put in the account, honey.
Yeah, that's cute.
When
I'll
Tom,
use it for some
when
pocket
Tom
money.
Brady was in the middle of his Super Bowl
Yeah,
run,
wants to play with
when he was like, in his 30s, like in his prime,
basically
she
$400 million.
they showed like the tax. She brought in 120 million one year,
Yeah.
and he was like 35.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
not even
it's
close.
not even close.
Not even close.
So good. He needs to chop down a few pegs, huh?
Did you see the roast of Tom Brady?
I did.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did.
that's his only
What
way
happened to
to-
Nikki
I-
Glazer's face, right?
I thought the
What?
funniest
I'm
person
the
at the
only
roast
one?
was
I'm the
actually
only one,
Grohl.
really?
I didn't hear what you said.
Nikki Glazer's face. What happened?
I love Nikki Glazer.
You love Nikki
I love
Glazer.
you and I had this conversation.
I
You said she looks like freaking Phineas and Ferb.
no, I said Nikki Glazer looks like Caillou.
Caillou. My bad.
Sorry, Nikki. You're a comedian. You can handle it. You love her though, huh?
No tits, but great ass.
Legs for days.
Glazer like 5 times.
All right, I'm gonna wrap up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap
I'll
up.
say this about Nikki Glazer. I've
I guess
never
we're not
met her.
wrapping up.
I think we might have done a show together. I don't know. Who knows? But her face looks like her face looks like a girl who hangs out at a bar, like a dive bar, hoping a guy will buy her a few cocktails. But yes, from the waist down, she's a
Says the
beautiful
guy
girl.
with this face.
Risky business with age well and all.
Yeah.
That went nowhere. That went nowhere.
Thanks
Right.
for coming, Ron.
Sometimes you have to try.
Thanks for bringing your friend.
Sometimes you have to try and fail.
But thanks for making it very obvious that it's time to end this thing. Oh my God.
Sometimes you have to fail to make it.
Ron the waiter, your friend Joshua, who's now
Joshua
gonna
Pallet.
any Tuesday. Come on by.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
He'll be back. All right. And you want to promote anything to my
You got
82,
anything coming up?
82 fans?
Follow me on Instagram,
All right.
Joshua Pallet.
You know,
Joshua Pallet.
Palette?
No, not like a wood rack for things.
I got like dyslexia, autism.
Yeah.
touch
We're all
OCD.
retarded, Opie, I know.
All right, good.
Oh,
good.
no.
Oh, wow.
That was my cocaine.
Nice
So,
and dope. Oh, this guy doesn't need to promote.
Hey.
What was
boring.
Oh, damn.
Oh, my coke dealer.
Oh, damn.
It's nice when your
Yeah,
drugs
she's
drop
got-
with a thud.
She's got coke in there.
Damn, Macy Gray just
Try to
walked by.
walk away and I stumble.
Right.
Dude,
No, give me
she's
the
a
plug.
human trafficker.
Yeah,
There's
no,
like 12 Mexicans in her hair right now.
that wasn't worth interrupting me.
I like this guy.
Make sure you follow me at JOSHUAPALED Palette on Instagram and on YouTube, at the Mac Almanac, and I'll be back, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Love you, Opie, man. A dream come true. Love you, buddy. Thank you,
Tell
man.
these fucking people that I'm still
Yeah.
Stop
sucking.
drooling.
I've loved Opie since my poopy hurts. That's all I remember. My poopy hurts. That was me driving to fucking work when I was a kid. You don't remember that?
Oh,
fucking
I-
crowd?
of
Yeah,
course
you
I know.
remember.
All right, Ron the waiter, Ron Berman on all the socials, and then my friend Dan, All Day NYC. He came late, so you got to come back next Tuesday, so we can
Busy
talk
boy.
more
He's a
about
busy
New York
boy.
City. But
You gotta
All Day
charge up early.
NYC on all the social media. My buddy Matt, who owns Gebhards. Woo! 2 locations, one on 72nd Street and one on 40.
Hell's
We gotta go
Kitchen.
down there and do a show down there one day.
We're gonna do one very,
We'll
very
do a
soon.
swap out.
That'd be fun.
And if you guys,
Boring.
these mother efforts can't even hit a like. This was fucking great today, you assholes. Hit the like on the way out. And if you gave us a few bucks, thank you very much. Bye, everyone.